Imagine waking up every day, running a retail business you once poured your soul into, only to realize, somewhere inside, it's slipping away. Profits? Shrinking? Control? Vanishing? Customers? Fading fast. The big question nobody's daring to ask loud enough. How did private equity invade this world so quietly, so deeply, that many CEOs and leaders don't even see the chains tightening around them until it's almost too late? It's like watching a silent storm roll in, relentless and unstoppable. Yet many leaders are still squinting at the horizon, unaware, unprepared, and yes, even fooled. This isn't conspiracy talk or some casual business trend. It's a raw, brutal truth that's shaking the very core of retail, your retail. Private equity didn't just show up, it marched in through back doors, whispering sweet promises of growth, efficiency, and quick cash, only to slowly drain the life out of the neighborhood shops, the local brands, the anchors of communities and dreams. They came with a plan, but that plan is not about saving what you built. It's about one thing: squeezing every last drop of value, maximizing returns on a timetable set, not by passion or long term vision, but cold, ruthless finance. You might have noticed it. The products that used to sparkle with uniqueness now feel dull and generic. Staff that once cared deeply now seem replaced by algorithms, numbers driving decisions instead of genuine relationships. Inventory routines shift overnight. Marketing turns clinical. It's efficient, sure, if you want to destroy the soul of a brand. But here's the bitter irony. While private equity strips away your identity, operational joy, and agility, it does something worse. It breaks the foundation upon which true leadership and innovation thrive. And it's no accident the leaders who resist or rebel against this tide feel isolated more than ever. The system praises those who fit tidy molds, stakeholders chasing instant boosts, quarterly numbers, and standardized synergies that choke creativity and risk. The fire that made retail unique, that connected people and places, is smothered under the weight of spreadsheets and deal structures no one outside the finance world fully understands. In this maze, leaders face a choice, or more accurately, a trap. Sink into the machinery and lose your vision, or fight on alone, risking everything without the right allies or tools. But what if there was a different way? One that doesn't just survive private equity's quiet takeover, but actually confronts it head on and wins? The answer isn't about returning to old models or wishing for some magic external savior. It's about reclaiming sovereignty over your business, your ideas, and your leadership. It's about understanding exactly how private equity operates, their playbook of buyouts, cost cuts, roll-ups, and eventual flips, and then building your own playbook for defense and offense, one rooted not in imitation, but transformation. First, recognize the fault lines. Private equity deals in speed and scale, not in soul or community. They want to streamline, consolidate, and then exit with maximum profit. Your weapon is patience, a ruthless patience that wins the long game. It's tempting to chase quick wins, but real sovereignty means seeing decades ahead, not just quarters. Focus on building resilience beneath the surface, flying under the radar while fortifying what the numbers don't capture. Culture, customer loyalty, and innovation that doesn't fit neatly in KPI boxes. Secondly, embrace radical selectivity. Private equity thrives by absorbing the many and homogenizing them. Your power grows by connecting to the few, those rare leaders who burn with the same relentless fire for something more, something better. Form alliances that transcend traditional partner roles, networks that amplify your unique strengths rather than dilute them. This isn't about belonging to the biggest crowd. It's about weaving a tight web of trust, complementary skills, and shared vision. A network so fierce and focused that no external money vultures can dismantle it easily. Third, be ruthlessly critical, not just of external threats, but your own business assumptions. What parts of your organization are susceptible to shortcuts and easy cuts? Where does complacency lurk behind the glossy reports? Private equity preys on unexamined weaknesses, but this is where the opportunity lies. Dig deep, question fiercely, and most importantly, be ready to unlearn the safe habits of the past. Real transformation demands shedding what no longer serves and inventing new ways to accelerate growth without losing autonomy. Fourth, leverage flexibility as your strongest asset. Private equity's strength comes from their formulaic approach: buy, optimize, sell. Your strength comes from being unpredictable, nimble, and relentless in experimentation. Do not follow trends blindly, redefine them. Use data, yes, but combine it with intuition and connection to your communities. The future belongs not to robotic efficiency, but to leaders who can blend heart and mind in ways cold balance sheets never capture. Finally, understand this: true freedom is not in avoiding control, but mastering where and how it matters. Private equity offers an illusion of freedom, but ties you to exits, debt, and performance pressures that destroy long term potential. Break your chains by building businesses on foundations that do not rely solely on one type of capital or one vision of success. Diversify your investment base, integrate stakeholder perspectives beyond the obvious, and cultivate patience with a passion for lasting impact. This is not about comfortable quick fixes or easy wins. It's about awakening a fierce refusal to live borrowed lives or settle for borrowed victories. It's about joining a movement of rare, relentless leaders who do not just react, but create new realities. Retail was built on connection between products and people, brands and communities. Private equity tries to sever this bond with sterile efficiency. We say, reclaim it with fire, with unity through individuality, with strategic defiance and relentless hope. Don't wait for permission. The storm is already here, but the leaders who see it, understand its mechanics, and act with fierce clarity will not just survive, they will redefine what retail means in the age of finance's quiet takeover. Remember, the greatest power lies not in what the system offers, but in what you take back. Be sovereign, be critical, be transformative, be selective, be patient. This path isn't for everyone. It's not for those who cling to comfort or compliance. It's for the few who burn with a vision that refuses to be crushed by easy answers or quick deals. If that fire is inside you, you already know this moment. This revelation is your call to rise. The future is forged not by crowds, but by the rare few who dare to be different, who refuse to play by the old rules, and who build new ones with vision, courage, and precision. The quiet takeover of retail by private equity is a challenge, but it's also the spark, the fracture in the system that, if understood and fought for rightly, becomes the gateway to liberation. This is your moment to break the illusion of freedom sold by convenience and conformity. This is the moment to embody freedom, ruthlessly, unapologetically, and unstoppable. The game has changed. The question is, will you be another casualty, or one of the rare leaders who reshape what's next? Choose wisely. The future depends on your fire,